and welcome to the Weed Squad presents Montez at midday. How's everybody doing on this Make It Happen Monday? Make it happen Monday. I'll get it in for the people out there. You know, I know what happened yesterday, but you know what I do each and every Monday. I'm going to represent my squad no matter what. No matter what, you got to be there for your squad, no matter what. So I'm there for them. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. It is the holiday season, so of course, do yourself a favor and visit www.dremontez.com. Hit the sponsor link. You get a complete listing of all the sponsors and do your part in supporting small business and local business. Complete listing of all the sponsors there. And there's also a donation button if you would like to make a donation to the show. It'd be greatly appreciated. We also host a podcast, Who's to Blame? You can listen to the latest episode of that website, of that podcast as well. Wherever you get your podcast or listen to your favorite podcast at, you can go there. But we're on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play as well. So wherever you get your podcast at, just type in Who's to Blame. It'll get you caught up on the latest episode of the show for sure. Now, then that, I hope everyone had a great weekend. The weather was a little intriguing to say the least, but I'm looking at December 25th weather. Who else wearing shorts that day? We got 60 degrees coming in hot on Christmas. Santa may be in a wife beater that day or some Bermuda shorts. Way back in the day comment right there. Way back in the day comment right there for sure. Also, for your cryptocurrency information, check out My City, My Music, Crypto Crazy Carla every Friday at 12 o'clock. She get you caught up on your latest cryptocurrency information. Again, that's Crypto Crazy Carla. You can check it on My City, My Music every Friday at 12 o'clock. She's also on YouTube as well. Speaking of My City, My Music, man, they got some great shows on there. And I try to show and share the different podcasts I come across, different shows that have a nice topic. I think that my social media followers would get an interest out of. I just don't share shit just to be sharing it. I'm sharing it to be informative to you. So when I share these different podcasts and live streams, give a listen. My guy does that blues hockey report from Hawaii, but he's from St. Louis. He's from Hawaii, and he talks about hockey. So check his show out. And I share various of the shows from My City, My Music actual group. They have a lot of shows up under that umbrella. So I share a lot of those shows as well. And my dude, Demetrius Parson, as well as my dude with Shane with Rock Paper Podcast. And a lot of the podcasts that I share, just the ones that pop off the top of my head. But the support is there. We all got to knock this out because the platform is wide open for live streaming and podcasters. There it is right there. There it TI is right there. You know what we got to do? High fives. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. You need those hugs, don't you? You need those hugs on this December 20th, 2021. We're in countdown mode for Christmas. Santa's coming. You know, so the end of the year. But if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthday shout out. Nephew Eli. What up, my man Eli? Eli the big 14 today. Happy birthday to Eli. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to Carla. Happy anniversary out there. If you're celebrating anything today, hey, guess what? You deserve it. You deserve it. You work your ass off. It's finally paying off. You getting that vehicle. You getting the keys to something. You deserve that promotion. Did you get a raise? Is the baby yours? Is the baby yours? You know, they always got them negativity shows. You are not the father, but damn it, what about the ones that are proud? The baby's yours. There it is. If you're a new parent on the scene, hey, congratulations. Congratulations to you. You deserve it, huh? Closing out the year with a bang with a baby. Man, I tell you, there's no prouder look on your face once they come into the world and you hold them and you cut the cord. I don't know if that's the order, but you get what I'm talking about. When those things happen, it just makes that smile go a little louder, a little faster, and a little further. But again, just tuning in, thank you so much. It is Montez at midday. And let's make it happen Monday. You know, everybody gets up and have some type of a manja or saying or a chant or something. They have it. There's nothing more meaningful than make it happen Monday. It's the new week. We got fresh ideas. We done been to the barbershop over the weekend. We about to go out here and make it happen on the job, in life, and all around us. Make it happen Monday. And if you follow those little simple steps, don't worry about Friday on Monday. Worry about Monday on Monday. There it is right there. Hey, how we doing, big fella? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? What's going on with you, Johnny? What's going on, boss? Well, on Friday, we did a show. And we also had to get out and show some love and support to the sponsors of Who's to Blame the podcast, as well as Montez at Midday. So that led us to Soulard. Shout out to Allstate Insurance, Jim and Julie Price, as well as 9th Street Deli at Howard's, Wood Shack, Hammerstones, and Great Grizzly Bear. And Great Grizzly Bear had their customer appreciation party on Friday. Shout out to Tanner Joe. Outstanding staff at Great Grizzly Bears. They got menu changes on the way, and I'm going to share about the Keg and Eggs event coming up soon. But I attended Great Grizzly Bear for the customer appreciation. I tell you what, I hadn't seen quite some people in some time, and it was fun seeing the faces. My man John Shadley and the wonderful, magnificent Keith Joseph, magician, illusionist, sharp dresser, best hair on the damn planet. I'm a close second, though. I'm a close second. But he did some tricks for the people and wowed them, and he did this trick. She wrote her name on the card. Okay? First, he did the whole card trick. You pick out a card, blah. She picked out the card. He said, well, I'm going to take it a step further. I picked out your card. Now write your name on the card. He wrote her name on the card, and she wrote her name on the card in front of all of us. This joker goes in his wallet, pulls out a folded card, unfolds the card. Say it with me, kids. Her name was on the card. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was a great time. And one of the listeners was there that listens to my show, and I had did a show before where you could see my bobblehead collection in the background in the picture. And lo and behold, he gives me a Willie McGee bobblehead. And I told him I was going to open it on the show today. So shout out to my man, Joey Trail. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I got a Willie McGee bobblehead. I thought that was pretty. I'm always saying people on TikTok and on YouTube opening up shit. So why not? We just join the damn boy and open up some shit with him. So I got this here. I'm out the box. What if I open it up and it's not Willie? It's an old brick of marijuana. See, Dre, you got to take everything for, oh, look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Look what we got. Oh, thank you again, Jeff. Oh. Said, put this with your collection. I've seen your bobbleheads on your show. So we got Willie. So Willie with Dre today. It's Dre and Willie today. Me and Willie McGee. 5-1 in the building and in your hearts. My man. Appreciate it again. Well, they trying to get the fro to tear up on this Monday. Thank you again to my man, Joey Trail. Appreciate it so much, my man. Thank you. Willie McGee bobblehead known. He said, listen to your show. I got something for you. Wow. Look at that, huh? Thank you again. Appreciate it. Appreciate it right there. Had a great time there. Had a great time. Amazing time seeing everybody. And getting excited because we're finding out and getting closer. We're getting real close to parade time. Parade time. But before that, we got our Smarty Grass trivia. That's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of people that I haven't seen in a long time. And also had to stop by Tower Pub as they did their ugly sweater party pub crawl. But I only made the one stop there at Tower Pub on Morganford. This year, Rob and the crew purchased the NFL ticket for the first time, and they also sponsored our fantasy football league, which is outstanding, by the way. But they did some additions to the Airbnb that they have upstairs too. So check them out on Facebook. It's Tower Pub in South City. Check out the new additions that they made to the Airbnb. And, you know, a whole lot of holiday situations are coming up, you know, so think about that. Tell them Dre sent you right there. So there it is. That right there was the weekend recap right there with the visits to Great Grizzly Brand Soulard. Thank you again to the crew down there. And also to Tower Pub, South City on Morgan Ford. So it was a lot of fun. Mailman Kenny out in St. Charles. He's from the north, but he hangs out on the south. Nephew Kenny, there he is. And DJ Matt. And his old lady Tasha. The patio crew, as I like to call it. The people on the patio at Friendly's in South City on Roger Place. Well, guys, I think everybody thinks they're real smart on Mondays, don't they? After football, from the announcers to even yourself. We can talk about Saturday. We can talk about the safety concerns in sports. If they shut everything down. Should they shut everything down for 2 weeks? Because hockey is about to it's outrageous. Baseball already on a hiatus. NBA, look at some of these lineups over the weekend. Is it fair to the fan if I buy tickets to go see the Lakers and the Bulls, and the Lakers and the Bulls are playing, but nobody is on the team that I even know? They got to use players from the G League. They got to sign players to 10-day contracts. Not saying that that's what happened with the Lakers and the Bulls. I'm just saying, if you bought a ticket months ago of going to this NBA matchup to see said player, and now they're not there, what is the NBA or the ticket agency or the ownership groups doing if that happens? I'm asking for a friend, because I live in a town. Look at me. I want you to look at me. I live in a town that don't have an NBA team. I live in a town that doesn't have an NBA team. But they build a dome for an indoor football team, and they're gone too. Help me. But if you live in an NBA town and you bought a ticket in the future to see said matchup because of their players' roster lineup, whatever it may be, and they're not there and you saw it, did you get a food voucher or some shit? They upgrade you? I mean, did you sit with the owner? I mean, what is going on across the board if that happens? The reason I'm asking, I'm going to see the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma next month. I want to see them play. I want to see them youngsters out there. That's what I want to see. I want to be a part of the fan camp. I want to be a part, but I want to know what's going on though when it comes to that. Something crazy happened in the NFL over the weekend. Like, teams were playing out of character. Were they smelling their own sauce? Or are they listening to the media and lying to us saying, you know, I don't even read the newspaper. Oh, I don't watch none of them sports shows. Your friends do. Your friend will tell you something. If you don't believe your friends will tell you some shit, break up with your girlfriend or boyfriend. I guarantee you within 10 days, somebody going to say, I saw Sean. So somebody is telling these athletes something. There's no way. Well, New Orleans always had terrific times. Now, I know that. But that Detroit Lions game in Arizona, man, Detroit looked like a total different team. And then you switch it around to Detroit Lions fans. They pissed off because now Detroit could be possibly fucking up the number 1 draft pick. But Jacksonville kept it rolling. They kept it rolling. I have to admit something to you. I made a huge mistake yesterday, people. I made a huge mistake. And I, Dre Montez, must apologize to Man Cave member TJ and any Dolphin fans out there. I totally didn't know Miami and the Jets play yesterday. I had no clue. I mean, if you think about it, it can be easily done. I mean, we had a horrible selection in the early games yesterday, but this is what happens in December football, folks. We get Saturday football. But now, due to health concerns and reasons, we got double headers this week. We got football even on Wednesdays. Talk to me. I'm sorry, on a Tuesday. We got football all day. What they say 2 years ago, Adam Schefter, if the NFL could figure out a way to get into the market 7 days a week, watch out. If they get this minor league team message, You wouldn't have an issue if your kicker pull his quad in warm-ups before the game. You wouldn't have to use a third-string quarterback who was a receiver in college, hasn't been up under center since he was a freshman in college. You can go to the minor leagues. These guys have all. This is more than a practice squad. Think about it, NFL. I tell you what to make the NFL bite this. Think how much more money you can make. Think how much more money you can make. Don't you agree with me, Willie? See, Willie even agree with me. Willie agree with me. Yeah, I got Willie with me. Willie, you're going to be with Dre now. It's going to be Dre and Willie. Willie and Dre. We're going to gnome it up this holiday season. Teddy Bridgewater has been, hospital reports have come out. All extremities are fine. They're just taking the necessary precautions, but that was an ugly injury right there that happened to Teddy Bridgewater yesterday. But overall, I think the Denver Broncos should have won that game yesterday. Should have won that game yesterday. If Teddy could have stayed in the game. But for some reason, this young kid from Missouri does the dumbest shit each and every time he gets in the game. Every time. Yeah. Hey. I take Baltimore Ravens. Huntley. I take him. I need somebody because it looked like this Russell Wilson thing is not going to pan out for it. It looked like Aaron going to hold Green Bay for hostage again and take over social media and grow his hair even longer before he makes his decision on what's he going to do. Looks like Deshaun Watson could be headed to the Carolina Panthers, sources say, because all those stories about that misconduct seem to be taking an interesting twist. So we should be finding out more about Deshaun Watson this week. But it looks like all sources are locked in. If it goes the way they wanted, Deshaun could be heading to Carolina. Because I think Cam is not the same. Every time he does a Superman or thinks his team is winning, because he had a lot of actions like yesterday that he was winning, somebody should whisper, that ain't what you did when Von Miller hit you, and just see how his body react. That's all I'm saying. I don't really watch boxing. I saw what everybody else saw over the weekend. Motherfucker got knocked out, hit the pavement, pow. Now there's accusations that it was fixed, that the kid moved his wrist to come in. That's a clear sign. I'm going to knock you out. You ready for this punch? Excuse me. We joking kid about this all the time. What would you do for X amount of dollars? Would you let someone knock you out like that on national TV for some money? Think about that. I mean, if you get into the conspiracy theory people, they always say you must humiliate yourself in front of the people so the masses can let you in. I said masses, not masters. But think about that. If you believe in conspiracy theories and you watch that fight and you see him do that with his wrist, they're saying, who is they? The bots. I said bots, not bots. Those people are saying the fix was in. You're not hitting me like that, fix or not. Fuck that. No. Not going to happen at all. Dallas Cowboys, great victory. I really think Dak, and I don't mean this in a jokingly way at all, but based on what Dak told us last year about him having mental issues, I'm thinking Dak could be overthinking the process because his owner said, I paid you this amount of money for that. You're not living up to the contract. I think that's in his head. I think that's what's causing the problem. If you can't handle chastising and that person is constantly around you who chastise you, it's hard to get over the hump, bro. So Dak, as they say in the hood, you better toughen your ass up. So LeBron has almost started another malice at the palace by rupturing that man's face with his elbow. He pushed weak-ass Anthony Davis last week. I just don't know what's going on with my Lakers. I don't think they see what we see. How are they watching game film? Are they just watching their highlights? What's going on in practice? What's being emphasized in practice? Softball flashback moment brought to you by softball. When we couldn't hit, we lost the game just because we couldn't hit. I guarantee you my coach made us hit our ass off in practice that week. That's all we did was hit, 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 hit. So what is being emphasized in the Lakers practice? Well, what's going on? There's a debacle going on in the fourth quarter that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not just talking about in games we win, games we lose. Every fucking game the Lakers have played this year, the fourth quarter has been like an alien has attacked the court. Like that horrible-ass movie Space Jam that LeBron made. Not the classic that Mike made, but that bullshit that LeBron made. It looked like those fucking characters then came in and stole the soul because they do things out of character. Out of character. Use your badge and your attributes. Sound like a 2K reference. Maybe lay this to the NBA players of today because that's the only way they can communicate. Acronyms, hashtags, and broken English. That's how they communicate. So, well, I got to communicate the way they want to. Maybe that'll get the word out. Maybe. And on that note, the topic of discussion today here on Montez at Midday. Why do you think it didn't work? You can take this from an athletic standpoint, financial, business, life, relationships, not what other people were saying. Let's say what makes me get on this topic was something that started early in the pandemic, the Kwame Brown situation. Everybody was talking about Kwame Brown. He was a bust. He was this. He was that. And then Kwame came out on YouTube and explained to everybody what happened, his age and who he was playing with and the way the league was then. With a young man like Kwame Brown, we think he failed. He didn't live up to the hype. Who's hype? When we see great athletes, when we see athletes, whether we know them personally or we know their story or they go to our favorite school, college, or university, we put a certain tag on them. Then when they make it to the pros, we still got a tag on them. We have our own hope and belief in what he or she can become. But what about what they want to become? Maybe their goal is just to get a D1 scholarship and they happen to be good at a particular sport and they happen to get drafted, happen to play professional sports and get paid. But because they don't do what we think they should do, that motherfucker's a bust. He wasn't shit. Maybe those were not the intentions. So I would love to get more stories from the minds of like Kwame Brown's, the ones that we think failed. Why do they think it didn't work? If you had a business plan and now you're working with somebody else, why do you think it didn't work? Your plan idea. Why didn't it work? Not what they said. Why do you? I've been married 4 times. I'm going to put it on myself. Everybody can tell you why you got divorced. Everybody can tell you that, but you know why you're divorced. You know why you're divorced. So you take it to the athlete. They know why they didn't make it. Or why everybody says, oh, that's a damn bud. He wasn't shit. Some of these sports documentaries are players that you completely forgot about that I see sometimes. And then the short stories that they have, and they're telling you the whole situation. I'm talking not the household name players. Players we done forgot about. And you're like, wait a minute. Damn. If the media in the barbershop and the water cooler said that he wasn't shit, he didn't hand up to it, but I'm hearing all this. Shit, he made it. That boy did all right for himself. But again, we're putting this tag, this label when we see athletes. For instance, we all said it about the Heisman Trophy competition last week. We all said it. That wasn't Heisman material. Some of those kids went to college, happened to be good at football, happen to get their name mentioned in a list and get invited. None of them said, you know what, I'm going to go to Ohio State and win a Heisman one day. No. Hey, I want to go with Grandpa, my great-grandpa, and Uncle Ted went. I'm going to the Ohio State University. That's how that shit starts. And then we label, then sometimes I think it's good, sometimes it's bad. Because you believe the hype, sometimes it goes the wrong way. Now, there are athletes like that hang their own clippings, talk about themselves in the third person. Comical, but is it good? For today's athlete, it's really hard to say this and for them to really understand it. What they used to call it in school, kids, reading and comprehension. Are you comprehending this? This whole metaphor is be who you are. Don't let the hype fool you. Be true to your game. That's really fucking hard to do today. Some of these old sayings are really hard to do. Turn the other cheek. Shit. What, they can slap the other one? No. Keep your eye on the prize. Remain who you are. Those are probably the two realest things that I think everybody can identify with. But when it comes to that labeling, and we say, that motherfucker wasn't shit. He wasn't a damn thing. He's a bust. Jamarcus Russell, the quarterback that the Raiders. You look at him. I would love to speak to Jamarcus Russell today. Not other people. There's always other people talking for him about that story in the situation, how he lied about watching game film, how they tricked him because it was nothing in there. They use it in the movie The Draft with Kevin Costner. Forget all that. I want to know the truth. Talk to me. Talk to me. I want to know the truth in situations like that. Tony Mandridge, tell us the truth. What happened? You on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine, and something happened. Not what we read. Why do you think it didn't work? I sound like a psychiatrist. Have a seat on it. Have a seat. Why do you think it didn't work? It's just because I see these stories just generating every day, every week. You're really going to see it even more now because now that opportunity slot is open throughout sports. What next man up is really the label right now due to health reasons. If you want a shot again, here you go. Isaiah Thomas, little man with the big foot, last pick in the draft. You have a hell of a story, kid. What you did for the Boston Celtics a few years ago, and whatever you said to LeBron, all that shit need to be in the past. You got another shot at this thing. But I guarantee you, when Isaiah Thomas gets done with basketball, he's going to write a hell of a book, tell a hell of a story. Hell of a story. And again, in the business world, you hear it all the time. Well, you got to fail before you succeed. At some point, I think, why I just can't succeed? Why I got to fail to learn? Why I got to fall off the bike to know it's going to hurt? Why I got to get hit on my ass to understand I shouldn't do that no more? Why? So when they come to the business mind on why do you think it didn't work, that gets a little deep because usually it's about money and location. Usually when the business plan don't work. The funds wasn't right or whatever it may be. But it's just interesting to me when people have the discussions, whether you're in the man cave or your she shed or at the nail salon, at the manicurist, the water cooler, wherever you may be having your sports discussion. Somebody's calling somebody a bust somewhere. Because the language I was hearing in the Ravens game from the commentators this morning, the Saints pregame talk, everybody, they can't do it all. They're not good. These motherfuckers in the NFL. I mean, they have every opportunity as the starter to get better. Am I right? Am I right? But I think now we're seeing more and more signs of what they call it, kid, laziness. And it shows in their work. It shows in their work. I love when teams get real with you on Mondays and Tuesdays. Oh, we didn't have a good practice last week. Hey, we already know you ain't listening to no damn music in Pittsburgh. And that defense definitely showed you yesterday. Pittsburgh, the Dallas Cowboys, and I got to throw the New Orleans football Saints. And Aaron Rodgers. I played some good football yesterday. Good football. That Pittsburgh Steelers team, they have 4 wins this year. Not one Steeler fan can tell me how they won the game, how they won that game. I'll wait. I don't want to hear, oh, that's their stealing magic, OG. No, 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 not at all. Don't forget, get your cryptocurrency information. Crypto Crazy Carla. She's on My City, My Music every Friday at 12 p.m. I will share it. And don't forget, I share some podcasts and live streaming I think you guys would like. So that's why I share it. What up, good folk? If you missed it earlier, we got the Willie McGee gnome given to us by a fan of the show at the customer appreciation party at Great Grizzly Bear. My man Joey Trail gave this to me. It's pretty damn cool, my man. Thank you again. It's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. So we got a lot of football to watch this week. It'll be interesting how this thing pans out with all these injuries and safety concerns throughout the sports world. But I think the NHL is really going to because I think the other leagues are watching what the NHL does, just based off what happened last year as we were going through this. But I will share it as soon as I see it. It seems as though YouTube came to their senses. What's funny, though, YouTube happened. Then the next day, the PlayStation server got to tripping. Are you kidding me? What? But I like the Fire and Ice promo that PlayStation 4 NBA 2K22 did. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of GGs out there. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. But the language on these video games, fellas, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to get tougher when we're in competition and the competition gets high or competitive for you. You got to have something else to say other than the vulgar language that I'm hearing. Young kids, these are not grown people talking. These young kids, I can tell by their voice don't have no bass in it yet. They still sound like a member of New Edition when they first came out, so like that. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I gamed all weekend. It was a lot of fun. I'm up to a 93 now. I think we have 26. We had 26, and I got 93. I got a few more badges to get, and I think I'll be boss it up on there. If you want that action, if you're on PlayStation and you teaming up, y'all want to go on Pro-Am, holler at a brother. Dre Montez 6'3" on PlayStation. I'm down the ball. Send me an invite. I have a stretch 5, so I can shoot the tray. I can shoot it. Just like an RL. So they say. All right, kids, lots of stuff going on. Birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations. Get it in. Last minute Christmas shopping. Don't forget, if you go to Friendly's in South City this week, there's a box right in the front door. We need to fill that box up and donate some kids for toys, for tots for this Christmas holiday. An unwrapped toy. Kids, let's do it, people. I have confidence in you. You can do it. You can do it. Again, happy birthday to my nephew, Eli. Happy birthday, Eli. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary, Carla. And congratulations to my boy, Todd. First time dad, Todd. Todd just sent me a text and said, Dre, I got a kid on the way. Congratulations to you, Todd. See, that's what I'm talking about, huh? And hopefully they're trying to make sure that it's scheduled around Christmas. Maybe a Christmas baby, but you know how babies can be. They come in when they want to. They're going to come on out when they want to. All right, good folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Shout out again to Great Grizzly Bear, Tower Pub, South City, Morgan Ford, as well as Friendly's in South City. Right there you go. There you go. Don't forget to visit the website, www.dremontez.com. Hit the sponsor link. It could be a sponsor out there for you this holiday season. If you like what you hear, want to support the show, there's a donation button on the website as well. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the rest of your Monday. And you have been listening to the Weed Squad presents Montez at Midday. Say bye, Willie. Bye, Willie. That's not what you're supposed to say. We got a bottle here. All right, folks. Enjoy. Peace. And we out. Boom, boom.